my brother Anakin. I love you.
IMSA family, we have something really fun happening on pit lane here at the Mobile One 12 Hours of Sebring. There's a light show being put on pit lane by the factory Acura GTP team run by Meyer Shank Racing. Working with some great vendors with wheel guns that have a bunch of LED lights, real technology being used. These are connected to a big server inside the timing stand. It tells them when the wheels are fully torqued, ready to be released, ready to send those cars down pit lane, wanting to make sure everything's tight and good. So what do? You put a big light ring around. But again, talking to servers, talking in milliseconds, making sure all this technology is helping the Meyer Shank Racing team and Acura make sure those wheels are tight, ready to go racing. Wayne Gross, we have something really cool here. Now, this might look like an ordinary wheel gun here, made by Paoli. Indeed, though, HRC, Acura, the Meyer Shank Racing team said, you know what? We want to make sure our wheels are tight, and we know they are tight. Tell us about the decision behind this. There's a real intent.
There was an intent. So historically in this program, we've had a bit of an issue with wheels falling off, and that's been down a number of issues. But we wanted to give the mechanics that are doing the wheel changes a definitive kind of good, bad, yes, no thing. So basically, we took the gun from Paoli. It's the Hurricane 2.0 that most teams in the paddock use. And we looked at ways that we can give the mechanic doing the tire change kind of that immediate feedback loop. So we designed a system by working with URP, Mansell, and Paoli to come up with basically a light system. So when the mechanic is putting the wheel on, he gets a visual cue if the wheel is tight or not. So it's a lot of F1, if you look across the F1 paddock, everyone's doing it, but this is kind of our way of bringing some of that technology and some of that analysis and some of that feedback loop to the mechanics to this world. So yeah, when the mechanic spins it up, we'll get a light feedback, different levels, and then it basically comes down to a green or red, a stop go. What's good, what's bad, and he can get that feedback, and we can then look at that in real time with the mechanics, and then we've got a data system where we're also logging that signal.
So this isn't just fun colors like you see kids in the bottom of their shoes lighting up. There's sensors in here. There's a high state of technology all connected to these 36 LEDs in here. And these are truly connected wheel guns.
Correct,
you see
yes.
the same kind of wiring you see in your Acura ARX 06 GTP car. This feeds all the way back into a server here and allows you to know as well, not just the mechanic tightening
Correct,
that
yes.
wheel,
Yep.
getting the green light, but you can see the torque number. You can change and modify parameters. This is a truly kind of adjustable at every level
so
system.
if you look, right, yeah, we've made it a bit more cumbersome for the tire changer, which we worked with them to try and sort this out, how the installation went, so it didn't make them too cumbersome. But we've got pressure sensors, and yeah, it basically picks up. You can see it there as it sees revolution. It lights up as a stage ready to go. And then, yeah, it comes down to a very simple red, green, good, bad. We want it very simple and a way for the mechanics to get that feedback.
So the sensors here are measuring exactly what is going on, the speed, the time, and whatnot, really fast reacting, but you're getting to know, informing the wheel gun people, hey, we're spinning up, we're getting everything is just right. You know that this is the threshold to say we're tight, you can disconnect and go.
Correct, yeah, so we're measuring basically revolution, RPM of the nut itself, and then pressure. So we know based on the characteristics of what that behavior looks like, this is all happening in tenths of seconds, milliseconds, to get that information. So we do a lot of testing in the shop to kind of tune those parameters, but yeah, it's just a way to give us confidence that what the mechanic has done when he puts the wheel on and tightens the wheel up, it gives us that extra bit of confidence that it's done properly and it's done correct, and the car leaves pit lane and all's good. So we'll see here, Marshall, that Mansell put together a basic interface for us. It's very similar to what they use in the fuel rigs, but it allows us to see when you spin the gun up. So you'll see some of that data off the gun, pressure, and the RPM, the speed up of the wheel itself. So this is stuff we can view, and we can come back through and download the transactions. Say an issue does come up, we have data to back it up, and we have something to validate it and to go back on, and whether it's good or bad, or we at least now have data to back up our knowledge of what happened.
Fun, you have lights here. Folks love this. This is one of the cool new features of this season. Separate from all the things about competition and excellence, you also got the coolest wheel guns on pit lane, Wayne.
Yeah, we've also made it most complicated, right? So now we've got motherboards and wheel guns. It's a bit crazy to think about it, but yeah, it's what can we do to, that's the cool thing about IMSA is all this engineering and technology and these things we can keep our engineers intrigued and working along at. But it's a cool project that came together with a lot of different parties involved. I mentioned Paoli, URP, us, Meyer Shank, Orica was involved. So all these parties came together to develop the system because it had to work across all these different groups.
So our friends at United Race Parts, I asked them, what is this called? Does it have a name? It has to have a name. It's too cool to not have a name. And other than the wheel gun monitoring system, they gave me an assembly of words, truly 21 words long, to describe the name. It needs a name. I'm thinking maybe we just call it Steve. I don't know. In honor of Steve Goff, his last race here for HRC. ELO, Electric Light Orchestra, you got to be kind of old to know that band. I don't know what we call it, but we need ideas. So you name the model. I told URP this is what we were going to do. So in the comments here, what should this thing be called? Tell us below. We'll pick our favorite, and then we're just going to call it that for now on. Watch us this season on NBC and Peacock. Be sure to subscribe to IMSA on YouTube, and if you're interested in digital activation in motorsports, visit imsa.com/partnership.